Hey, sixth graders, good morning. It's Monday morning, April 20th. Just kind of wanted to make a video quick here to kick off our week, give you some different tips on how to have a good week this week and keep striving forward. Today, there are three things I want to explain and help us go through. The first one is looking at this quote of the day that you see to the left here. Then, excuse me, I have some bad jokes of the day that will hopefully give you a little bit of a smile on your face. And then the third and probably most important one is explaining the Canvas lessons for the week. We will be doing the same things the other teams will be doing, just a little bit differently. So if you have friends on another team and you're talking about social studies, their week is going to look a little bit different, but we'll be doing the same exact type of work around our new chapter that we're starting today. So first, the quote of the day. The quote is, "The tragedy in life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goal to reach." So this one, and this was by Benjamin May. I thought this was a very relevant quote just because each week we should be setting goals for ourselves as far as our distance learning and with learning in general. Just because of the situation we're in, you need to be setting pretty good goals, reachable goals for yourself each day, each week to say, hey, this is what I want to accomplish today. This is what I want to accomplish in this class, whether it's math or science or social or whatever it might be. You should be setting goals up for yourself to reach them. Whether you reach them or not isn't the big thing. The big thing is setting them and working towards them. Eventually, you'll get to reach those goals. Set the goals that are realistic for you and start working towards them. Work your plan. I know you guys will do amazing things with those, but important to always set goals to keep moving forward and always learning. Please let me know if you ever have any good quotes to share. I can add them to my videos that I'll be making. Number two, bad jokes of the day. So our incredibly bad jokes of the day are as follows. I have two of them. The first one is, what did the duck say when he bought lipstick? I'm pausing for you to think a little bit. The answer is, put it on my bill. You know, because ducks have bills, and when you buy a thing, you get a bill, you know. Next one, I don't know if you remember that joke I told you about my spine. It was about a week back. You know, like a week back, your spine is your back. It's a week, like, oh, okay. That was a bad one. So that's why they are called the incredibly bad jokes of the day. So those are one and two. Number three, I'm going to go through and explain our lessons for the week that are on Canvas. So when you go to Canvas calendar, you're going to see April 20th, chapter 13, Common Good. I'm going to continue to post this each day as chapter 13, Common Good. When you click on it, just tap on the words that say tap here to view chapter 13, Common Good lessons. When you do that, it'll bring you to our distance learning lessons for the week. Now, this is a little bit different than I've had posted before. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you will see last week's lessons and quizzes that you are taking. So if you have not yet taken the Chapter 12 quiz, it's there for you. You should do that when you have time. So what I have here is something called the 5 E's. And what I'd like you to do is please follow tasks in order from 1 to 5 when they are available. There's going to be a video right here that this is the one that you're going to be watching first when you log in today. So you've already been to this page because you're watching this video. That's where I'm posting this video. But the 5 E's are engagement. So we're going to engage, which we're piquing your curiosity. What I want to do is find what are you interested about in this chapter. So with this lesson, what you're going to do with number 1, and they're always going to move from left to right. And then when you get done with number 1, you can move on to number 2, so on and so forth. So this is going to be kind of at your own pace when I get these lessons created and put into this chart. I have not yet created other lessons for explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate yet, but those will be posted here soon, and I will have them, and you could work at your own pace and get done with this as soon as you want, or kind of plan it out that best fits your schedule this week. So don't feel like you have to do one day, one the next, one the other. But if that's how you want to plan it out, go ahead and do that as well. So let me explain these 5 E's. So number one, engage, which is piquing your curiosity. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link, and it's going to bring you to the MNHS website. And on the website, if you're not logged in, it'll ask you to log in, and you're going to use the username should be 284 student. I got to change this. And the password would be secede15 exclamation point. That S needs to be capitalized, and you have to have the exclamation point on it. Now, as you read this, let me make a point. This is incorrect. I need to have this word username up here where it says 284 student, and the word password would be down here where it's secede. So that will be a little bit of a change. But log into that. It'll bring you to this video. Tap on this play sign, and you're going to watch that video. It's about 2.5 minutes long. As you're watching, you're going to be thinking, what are 3 questions that you are you're going to look at answers for these 3 questions, because you're going to report on those when you're done. So this lesson today should take maybe 10 minutes at the most. So it says, tell me your thoughts. Tap here to share your thoughts to the following questions. So as you're watching the video, what in chapter 13 are you curious about? Because this video is just going to be an overview of the entire chapter. What are you curious about? This is that piquing of your interest, that engaging piece. Number 2, what in chapter 13 do you already know about? So of these topics that you're going to be hearing, what do you already know, if anything? And if you do know something, how did you learn about it? Where did you read it? Did you hear it in a story? Where did you find out about this information? And then the third question is, what in chapter 13 intro video are you surprised by? So when you tap on this, it's going to bring you to what it's going to say. It's a quiz, but it's really just a quick check-in. It's a short answer where you have the 3 questions right here, and you just type your answer down below to each of them. Do your best at filling out. This is an opportunity to practice good grammar, where you have punctuation, periods, correct spelling, sentence structure, all those fun things that I know you all love to practice. So it's just a good opportunity for you to practice it as you go forward. These are just open-ended thoughts. I'm just kind of getting an understanding of what you know, what you think you know, what you want to know within this chapter. So that's the first lesson with engaging. We want to pique that interest. There's also an engaging video here. It's kind of a fun video talking about the progressive era that you're going to learn about in the intro video. So that's a fun one to listen to as well and watch. It's about 2.5 minutes, a parody about the progressive era. Next, we're going to have, like I said, I'm going to start posting lessons here. The next one is explore. So you're going to actively explore during this phase about common good issues during the progressive era. I'll have some activities for you to do, to fill out. There'll be some videos to watch, some readings to go to, articles, things like that, that you're just going to go in and explore. What are these common good issues? What is the common good? And you'll be just, my hope is there'll be just a whole bunch of questions that you're going to be asking yourself about chapter 13 and about the common good in the progressive era. You can always go in and do your own Google searches. If you just Google search progressive era, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of information. You'll learn a little bit more about it that way as well. But you're just kind of doing your own exploration about this topic. Then number 3 is explain. This is going to be more of a teacher-led lesson where I'll have kind of me leading the issues and explaining each of the issues that are happening within chapter 13 in the common good. So it's kind of just me kind of explaining more about them to help with your background after you've explored some of the information. I'll have some opportunities for you to ask questions in different ways throughout this platform. Number 4 is elaborate. This is where you're going to dig a little bit deeper into your understanding. You're going to show us more connections that you can make from the information that you learned. Hopefully going to have some guest speakers come on and have their connections so you can get an example of what that might look like. But it's just you digging deeper into your understanding of this topic. And then finally, number 5 is going to be an evaluate. You're just going to show me what you learned. I'm not 100% sure what this is going to look like yet, but it might be just a simple quiz. Could be you creating a Flipgrid. Could be going on to quizzes and doing some gaming there to help show what you've learned in this unit. And then we'll work from there. Now, these steps are going to be posted throughout this week. So you have this week to get them done. You don't see it here yet, but I'm going to have kind of tentative due dates. You should have this step done by this day, this step done by this day, so on and so forth. But if you want to get kind of a big picture, all steps should be done by Friday-ish, and then we can move on next week into our next phases of this lesson, of this chapter. So I hope this helps. Please feel free to always email me any questions that you have about the lessons. If it's technical difficulties, try powering down your iPad and starting it back up. Try different ways of getting to Canvas. If it's a Canvas issue, you can always go through the app or the web-based through Wayzata Public Schools. You can get through the web browser there as well. But I think you guys are doing amazing work. Continue to keep the positive attitudes and let us know if any point in time you have any questions. Let us know immediately so we can help you out. All right. Have a great week. We'll see you at my office hours are on Tuesday at 10 o'clock and at 3:30. So please jump in, say hi, and just tell me how you're doing, how things are going. Hope all is well. We'll talk to you later.